This is today's talk where we meet people, create memories, and explore opportunities every Tuesday and Thursday of the week. All right, let's see. This is the last question, so we hope you get this right, Ratheesh. So what's the word? He forgot. All right.
I knew he was going to do that. I was so sure he was going to do that.
It was literally like spraying.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Today's Talk, where we meet people, create memories, and explore opportunities every Tuesdays and Thursdays of the week. So for today's guest, I'm delighted and honored to be speaking with two gentlemen who traveled far just for them to share with us all the exciting opportunities that await Filipinos in the United States. So without further ado, I'd like to officially welcome our partner representatives from Gannon University. So yeah, we have two gentlemen here, and it's an honor to see you guys. Thank you for taking the time. So I would like you guys to introduce yourselves, please.
Sure. I'm George Sipos. I'm the Executive Director of the Division of Global Enrollment and Engagement at Gannon University.
Hi, my name is Ratheesh. I'm working as Associate Director for the Global Outreach at Gannon University.
So let's talk about the United States in general. So majority, if not all, are aware that the United States is one of the most popular destinations for Filipinos wanting to go abroad.
Sure.
That is because US is known as a land of opportunities, land of a lot of possibilities for success, and that's actually what they often call as the American dream.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what has changed over the years, if there's any?
It depends how you look at it, right? I mean, America is the land of opportunity. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. America is probably the most innovative, the most entrepreneurial, the most creative place where you can actually pursue a business idea, pursue an opportunity to grow and develop yourself. There are other places around the world like that. Things have not changed significantly, but I would say that there's been a change perhaps in certain areas where it's gotten, in some cases more difficult, in some cases more affordable and easier to do things in the United States recently, in the past 10, 15 years. Things are changing. I mean, the American dream in and of itself is a phrase that's been coined back in the 1920s, so about 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So things are changing inevitably. I mean, America of 1920s is not America of 2020s. That's just the reality of things. So
now let's talk about Gannon University in particular. Mm-hmm. So tell us more about Gannon University, the campus location. What is there to see in your campus, in your city in particular?
Right.
So all those things.
Well, okay, Gannon University. Gannon University is a 100-year-old university in the city of Erie, Pennsylvania. Erie with one E, not two E's, so not weird, but E-R-I-E. Erie, Pennsylvania is located in the northwestern corner of Pennsylvania. If you can imagine Pennsylvania as a square, right there on the East Coast, there is like a little exit that goes straight into Lake Erie. Lake Erie is one of the 5 Great Lakes that stretch between the United States and Canada. Lake Erie, of course, is at one corner of Niagara Falls. So we're about 2 hours from Niagara Falls. We're sandwiched between 2 big metropolitan areas, Buffalo, New York to the east, 90 minutes or so, Cleveland, Ohio to the west, about 90 minutes or so, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 2 hours down. So to the south. Toronto is about 3.5 hours from us, depending on how fast you drive, I guess. So we're in a good location in terms of what we can offer as a city. We're talking about 100,000 people population in the metropolitan area in Erie. We are a tourist spot in Pennsylvania, so you have a lot of beaches, hiking trails, biking trails on the lake. I mean, the lake, we call it a lake. It's really the size of a sea, if not bigger, because it's huge. So, I mean, we're talking about a clean, safe, affordable city. The university is a Catholic diocesan university anchored in liberal arts. Of course, everybody's welcome to join us, regardless of the faith, spirituality, and all that. In fact, we encourage students to practice their own spirituality, to practice their own faith. We provide prayer rooms for other religions and so on and so forth. The university has been standing in Erie, offering high quality education, like I said, since 1925. We do have a 10-year-old second campus in Ruskin, Florida, just outside Tampa. And now we are in the process of having a third campus outside Cleveland, Ohio, in Pepper Pike, Ohio, even an older college that we are merging with at this point.
It's very good to know that you're opening up another campus, third location. So that speaks volumes of, your stability in the international education industry and your progress thus far in the academy. So I would like to know more about the Filipino community in general in Pennsylvania. So how is it? Is there a lot of Filipino students currently enrolled at Gannon University?
So there's two different things, right? The Filipino-American community. In Pennsylvania, that's a huge group, but Pennsylvania is a huge state. So if you think from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, there will be a lot of Filipinos. In Erie, Pennsylvania, there's also a community, a local community of Filipino Americans. We actually just looked it up yesterday because we don't have a lot of contacts with the Filipino American community in Erie. We have only a handful of students at this point at Gannon from the Philippines. That's why we're here. We're trying to expand that network. We think that Gannon has a great academic as well as financial offer for Filipino students.
All right. So speaking of the opportunities that await students who would like to enroll at Gannon University, I would like to know more about the programs that you offer. What are the unique programs that you have for international students?
Right. Okay. I'm going to pass this over.
Great, thank you. So we offer more than 100 programs in various levels, undergraduate, graduate, like that. Couple of the areas like, under the engineering, if we say, we have the computer science, we have mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, then we have environmental engineering, environment science, then cyber security. Those areas are if you look into the business, we have the finance, marketing, almost like 6 majors are under the business. If you look into the health areas, we do have the nursing, laboratory medicines, so a bunch of programs under that too. And if you look into some science program, we do have the mathematics, physics, all those programs. The couple of unique programs what we have which can be higher in demand is like, one is the enrollment science program in the bachelor level. Then when we go to the next area, is going to be applied intelligence. That is really a cool program. Or if you're looking, a good career into the investigation areas, then if you look into, the science areas, you can do freshwater and marine biology program that is available actually in my university. And if you look into the master level, we offer a group of programs which are really popular in almost all the markets across South Asia, Southeast Asia. If you look in the computer science, we have the Master of Computer Science in Data Science, Software Engineering, Information Technology. Plus, we do have the Information Assurance and Cyber Security. Then, if you look into the mechanical side, we do have Mechanical Engineering, Engineering Management, Electrical Engineering, Embedded Software Engineering, Environment Science and Management. If you look into the business area, we have the MBA in Business Analytics. Then we do have the Healthcare Administration program, where the wonderful thing is that we have 2 tracks either. One is a 1-year track, and second is a 2-year track. And the great thing is that regardless whether it's a 1-year track or 2-year track, you will still get, it's a STEM designated program, which means the students will be getting 3-year OPT after completing the program.
Yes.
So normally it is like 1.5-year master or 2-year master, but again you can go with the 1-year track too, a fast track, and you can complete the program, still get the 3-year OPT.
For this particular program?
Yeah, for this particular program. Yeah, for the MHA program. And we do have strategy communication. Then we do have the public administration program, which is more focused towards the NGO sector, the non-profit organization planning, budgeting, like that. So we do offer like a wide range of programs, that suits best in these markets.
Yeah, that's very interesting because you really have a lot to offer to international students. So do you assist with the students with regard to their work placement or internships?
So no, there is no job placement. Now, that being said, students can work up to 20 hours on campus legally on their student visa, F1 visa, during their studies. They also can do internships or curricular practical training, which is part of their program. That's allowed, of course. It could be a paid or unpaid internship depending on the program. In some cases, like with the Master of Business Administration in Business Analytics, there will be internships embedded in the program. In other cases, there are not. Master of Healthcare Administration will have that, and so on. Students can find their own internships, or they will be helped by advisors to help to find internships. Now, upon graduation, after they completed a STEM designated degree, they indeed can go into an optional practical training program, like my colleague has mentioned, that can last up to 3 years. That is on their student visa. That's not a work visa, doesn't change the status.
Yes.
They go on their student visa and they can work full-time anywhere in the United States as graduates of that degree. That is an important distinction, right? Of course, students who are not in the STEM designated program, they can still do that, but only for 1 year.
Yes.
But when it comes to jobs and all that, we don't have anything to do with that, because we don't want our students to be in an illegal status in the United States.
Yes. Which is very important, because, you're guiding them to do the right things, something that, will help them succeed later on after they study. So you mentioned about, work on campus. So I'd like to know more about the available jobs that are usually offered or available for international students at Gannon University in particular.
Right. So just to put things in perspective, right? Gannon, the main campus in Gannon has close to 5,000 students enrollment. About 26% of those are international. So we are looking at a very healthy, robust international community on campus, over 1,200 students coming from 76 countries, right? There are job opportunities at different levels in Gannon. One, of course, is sort of a more blue-collar jobs in facilities, helping with the grounds, helping in the cafeteria, working in the restaurant that's on campus, and so on. The other level is white-collar jobs. These are in offices, right? Administration, helping with different tasks around the office. They could be in the human resources department, they could be in whatever offices, right? In the global office. And finally, master students are eligible to go into research assistantship or graduate assistantship jobs. All of those, of course, have to, like I said, they're listed on portal. There's a job portal that they're listed on. Students log in, they apply, they submit a resume, they go to an interview. I mean, it's all a full process.
Yeah.
As you would go to a regular job.
I agree.
And then they can be selected or not.
But the good thing is there
are jobs.
There
yes, of
is
course,
an
that's
opportunity for
positive.
them to work,
Absolutely.
and there is a support team from
Absolutely.
Gannon who can always assist them with any inquiries they may have with regard to their part-time work. That's
right.
very good to know, because
That's right.
that's one of the main concerns of international students when they go abroad. So in terms of the support, I would like also to ask about accommodation, because going abroad on a student visa, especially if you're very young, you don't know anyone in the US, it can be very scary. So in terms of accommodation, what's the support or what's the assistance that you can give to our students?
Right. So Gannon follows a residential liberal arts education model, which means, one, that all undergrad students under 21 at the time when they arrive on campus must live on campus for at least 2 years. We have 18 dormitories, hostels, what are they called? Here, dormitory, we call them dorms, right?
Yeah.
We have 18 dorms on campus. All US and non-US students live on campus for the first 2 years. After that, they can either continue to live on campus or they can move out and live in the city. So that's one thing. Because this is a mandatory requirement, all students from the Philippines will receive a 50% discount on the dorms because they have to live on campus. So they will also, and that's associated with the meal plan, they will also get a 35% discount on the meal plan. So that's already something that we take into account, and we will make sure that the moment they arrive on campus, they know exactly where they're going, where their room is, they're being assigned, and so on. So there's a lot of support from the moment they have gotten their visa, they pay their deposit, and they're being officially enrolled. There will be a long line of people supporting them before they arrive.
Yeah.
After they arrive, of course, that's also there. Now, when it comes to students over 21, if they are undergrad in a bachelor's program, they can decide whether they want to be in the dorm or not. And that's their decision. They can either be in or out. Finally, for master students, we don't have dorm for them. If they choose to live in the dorm, they don't get the discount.
Okay.
But there is a website that we have on the Gannon website that basically shows available properties for rent around the campus. And of course, students, as you can imagine, they communicate a lot amongst themselves on social media and all that. And they thought, oh, we need a roommate in this property. We need so people find places to live on their own as well.
So guys, you have heard that. So for those undergraduate students who would like to stay on campus, they offer 50% discount on the accommodation plus 35% off on the meal plan. Very, very exciting. So if you would like to know more, you can always get in touch with us and we will be sure to provide you with more information. In addition to those discounts on accommodation and the meal plan, another thing that is, very interesting to ask, of course, are the grants, scholarships available for international students, and how do they avail of these exciting offers?
Right. Well, Gannon makes it very simple for international students, right? Especially for students from the Philippines. We have different levels of pricing depending on the country of origin and so on. We are a private non-profit university. We offer significant discounts, and I'm not going to give a number now, but for Filipino students, it's close to 65% on that. So if you academically qualify to be a student at Gannon, you get that regional award scholarship, we'll call it.
Okay.
Right? And that's for all undergrad. Once you lock in that tuition level that we offer, that stays with you for 4 years, provided that you maintain academic standards. I mean, if you go below academic standards, you're going to be kicked out anyway, so you're going to lose your academic status.
Yes.
So that's, we believe, a huge advantage because we adjust our pricing based on the markets that we're in, right? Then for master students, the price of the tuition is calculated by credit. Most of our master's programs are 30 credits. That means that you can complete a program in 1.5 years, 3 semesters.
Yeah, thanks so much for all those details you have provided. So if you have any questions after this one, please feel free to get in touch with us and we'd be happy to assist you further. Alrighty, so yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much, but it doesn't end there. Alright guys, so now let's proceed to tea time. As you can see, I have here a box, and in this box we have some questions, and the questions are placed in a tea bag. Alright, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay, so as the boss,
never been readier.
As the big boss at Gannon, please do the honor to do the first one. All right. Okay, Filipino food you have tried so far.
Okay, I did try adobo.
Ooh, that's really good.
I mean, it is fascinating for me, having grown up in Europe, to see how many variations of meat and potatoes you can actually have. Adobo is one of them.
Yes.
So it's good. I tried it. It does have a little bit too much meat for me, so I'll probably just have the potatoes next time.
All right. What makes a good day at school?
Do you remember from your days in school, what was a good day for you?
Yeah,
as a student and as a school representative now.
One of the best things what I like in my school days is that I used to have a teacher. Usually he used to come to the class for the first, and I used to start the class with a nice, beautiful song.
Oh.
And right now he's in Ireland, so his name is Sham. I always remember him.
Shout out to Sham, wherever you are right now.
he was awesome. He was awesome. Like whenever we are feeling some boring in the class, he only need like a couple of knocks on the top of the table to start a song. Because he know the mind of the kids, like they are getting boring, so he'll start with the song.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Oh, he was awesome. He was awesome.
So how about as a representative now of Gannon University, what makes it very interesting to be part of Gannon? What makes a good day, at Gannon University?
Yeah, definitely. A good day is going to be a success in the visa. When the students say, they reach me out saying that they got the visa. It's been my 8th year actually at Gannon.
Wow.
One thing which I always remember in my mind is that one day I got a call from one student who told me, "Do you remember me?" I said, I was trying to remember his name. His name is Julian. So I'm Julian. I said, "Yeah, I do remember you. How can I help you?" He said, "I'm going to get married, and I want you to come for my marriage." So I was trying to recall his name. So I met him maybe 4 years back, and I was explaining everything about Gannon to him. And he got enrolled. He successfully passed the program. He got a job in US. He got settled over there. So at some point when he got a nice time, he still remember me. Yeah. The next thing is that it's always so easy to work with Gannon. Actually, there is no complications. The team in Erie is wonderful. The rest of the RMs in the regions are wonderful. They always are, regardless of the time. Actually, sometimes some of the students, they used to get stuck in the immigration. Trust me, they are on. The team in Erie is on 24/7. They will wake up in the night. They will do what you need to do. Sometime when the students are coming to the airport in Erie, maybe sometime early morning, it can be one of our staff who is going to pick you up.
Yeah, I agree. Guys, we are always on the go. But if you're not available, we have someone definitely who could assist our clients. And that's something that is part also of our commitment to always be here for you guys whenever we have questions. All right, next one, Dr. George.
All right. Say so.
Okay. What are the Gannon University events that you always look forward to?
The events?
Yes.
Orientation.
Orientation.
Yeah, the next one is going to be in my dream one. You're all going to ask me my dream one. The centennial one, the 100 years old, which is going to happen in September.
Wow, yes. That's a big thing.
Yeah, because we are reaching 100 years and the celebration is going to be in September.
September is my birthday. I might as well
celebrate
at Gannon. Why not? We'll see. We'll see.
But there's one event, if I can add here, one event that Ratheesh doesn't get to attend much because he's not on campus at the time, but it's the International Night.
Okay.
The International Night is a big deal in Gannon. It's been going on for 30 years or so. I can't even remember how long. And it's always organized by our international students. There's food, there's dance, there's music, there's performance. The president is there, everybody's there.
Yeah.
So it's a phenomenal event. You're not there when it's happening in April. So
in April.
Right, in April you're not.
But we'll look forward to September. We might not be there, but we will look forward to the photos, the videos you'll be sharing with us. Yeah. Next one, Dr. George.
All right, I'll take this one then.
Okay. 3 things that set Gannon University apart from other providers.
I would say excellent value.
Excellent value.
Excellent value is probably the best and most important thing that Gannon can offer to its students. Our employability rate is over 92%. You get a degree at Gannon that's recognized worldwide from a nationally accredited university, a nationally ranked university, and for a great value. So that's one thing. The other thing I would say is the Gannon family. Gannon is a family in all senses of the word. There is maybe that goes with the family, but there's a warmth about Gannon. Students are never alone. We're not one of the universities where what matters is only to be best in your class and whatever. I graduated from universities like that. It's not a bad thing, but at the same time, Gannon values the fact that you can also be a human. That if you are in need of emotional support, of spiritual support, you always find somebody there who will help you, who will be part of that group, or the people who will provide it. So I'll say family goes with warmth, but there may be 2 separate things.
Yeah.
So
I love those 3 things you mentioned. So excellent value, family, and warmth, which is, we can relate to those things because we as Filipinos, we love, the idea of having close relationships with the people that matter to us, the people around us. So it's very good to know. Okay, what do you think are the favorite or best hangout place for students?
Do you know?
A couple of them, the Peninsula, those regions.
Yeah, the Presque Isle.
Yeah, Presque Island, Peninsula.
That's a peninsula that goes into the lake like this.
Okay.
Beautiful beaches.
Yes.
Hiking.
Yeah, then.
How about you? Where do you usually go whenever you need a break?
Well, the students cannot go where he likes to go.
All right, okay.
In the United States,
That's not counted.
Yeah, in the United States, 21 is the age of drinking, so
All
they
right.
cannot drink under 21. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just go to the peninsula, guys.
Yeah. That's going to be.
Don't go with Ratheesh.
No.
All right. All right, let's see. This is the last question, so we hope you get this right, Ratheesh. So what's the word? Filipino word.
You need to cut it and give it.
He forgot. All right.
I knew he was going to forget. I was so sure he was going to forget.
It was literally like praying, like, you know what?
It's okay.
Please, okay, let me all get that.
He kept saying it. He kept saying it like,
Maybe the entire time we're talking, you've been like thinking about that word.
I knew
But
he
yeah.
was going to forget it.
But that's okay, you know, Filipino language is quite hard also to learn. But as an alternative, what is your favorite location thus far that you've visited in the Philippines?
To be very frank, I didn't get the opportunity to explore
Yes.
the Manila or Philippines, but in fact, I would say the place which I liked as of now, which I visited, is Baguio.
Baguio.
Yeah, because that place is
What can you say about Baguio?
Oh,
For those in the US who don't have an
beautiful
idea.
mountain
Yeah.
region, so nice people, and the weather is really good, and it's so good looking. Awesome.
Yeah. We really appreciate it that you have traveled so far and you have reached Baguio City, which is up north. So from Manila, it's more or less 5 hours by land. So imagine someone traveling from so far away just for them to reach that location. So it's really good. So yeah, we're done. So anything else you would like to add about all the information that you have provided already?
Education is extremely important. And the choice of a university, the choice where you do a degree is not an easy one. Don't take it lightly. Don't think you make it and then you can change it tomorrow. Education is not a pair of shoes. You don't buy it and exchange it tomorrow. Think about it. It will influence and change your life forever. Whether you choose Gannon University or any other university in the world, there are tens of thousands of universities in the world. That's up to you and what you want to achieve in your life. We hope to see you there.
If you believe in the possibilities, welcome to Ghana.
All right, so this is another episode of Today's Talk. Until next time, so bye.